Hello to everyone, this is my first video on YouTube and I am going to teach you all the tools which are used in data analysis. This section is devoted to Excel, but we will cover lots of technologies which are specifically used in data analysis in the future, such as Python programming language and its libraries, SQL, data visualization tools such as Tableau. We will start from scratch Excel and continue to learn up to the cloud computing service such as AWS. So this is the first lesson of my Excel tutorial. In this first lesson you will learn about the fundamentals of spreadsheet applications. You will be introduced to the Excel interface. You will work around the worksheet and workbook. You are going to understand the basic terminology. Here I have used an Excel desktop full version 2016, but if you have early versions there is absolutely nothing to worry about because almost all the features and functions will be available in those versions as well. So I have already created my workbook, and if you haven't, you can just create a new one. This workbook contains all of your data, calculations, functions. Here when I click on a file, a sidebar is going to be pop up. When we click on a new, we can just either create a blank workbook or search for an online template. From here you can search template and run it on your workbook if you like, but we are not going to do this. We will go back to the workbook, and from here we will get familiar with tabs. These are the tabs with ribbon. This is the ribbon, this is the ribbon, and groups. When we double click a tab, it hides the ribbon. When we double click it again, it unhides it. In the upper left corner we have a customizable quick access toolbar. This is a very useful function for getting easy access at any command. You just select or enable any of them and make it visible on the upper left corner of your window. These are the predefined commands. If you want to add the other option, you will go to more commands. Let's see in action. Email, we have just selected it. We have made it visible in the upper left corner. We deselect it, it disappeared. We go to more commands. We choose one. All chart types, we add it. I have it already here. We just added fill color, add it, click OK. As you can see, it became visible here. If you want to clear it, you just select it and remove it and press OK. Excel ribbon does not have all the functionalities here, so it has a launch button which has additional functionalities to work on, but we will get to them later, don't worry about it. When we move on a spreadsheet, it has been made of columns and rows. Columns are defined by letters, these are the columns, and rows are defined by numbers. These are the cells which are referenced by column name and row number. When we select a cell, we can see that our cell appears in the name box. This is the reference box. We can see E10. This is the address of our cell. When we talk about cells, we could just talk in two ways, on a cell and in a cell. On a cell means we select it, in a cell means we type something in it. It means that we have inserted it and type something inside it. Just delete it from now. Let's write something here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have entered the numeric data here and we select it. You can see that we have a small statistic here at the bottom of our page. This is the average, this is the count, and this is the sum of our selected numbers. You could zoom out, zoom in from here. You can even use Ctrl plus your mouse right key to zoom in or zoom out. You could select the entire sheet by clicking here, this angle, or clicking Ctrl A. Let's delete it and import the data from here. I have already I have this data. I will put a description, this file in the description below. You will download it from a Kaggle. Let's import it. By clicking Ctrl A, you will select all the data here. You can see that our data looks messy or not fitted. Of course, these columns text don't interfere with each other. If you want to resize them manually, you can just click here and drag it right or left. If you want to resize all of our columns at once, you can just select all the columns and click on between them like this. This will allow every column to be sized based on their length. This trick is compatible also for rows, or you can just select the rows, click on your right mouse and give a row height, for example 25. Click OK. As you can see, there is a change. We click on Ctrl Z to go back. Again, we should be attentive when we select a cell. For example, let's zoom it in. We are selecting the cell here. This arrow coarse mouse is selecting coarse mouse. This is the dragging, and this is the filling coarse mouse. What do I mean? I have copied this cell and pasted it here. This one is the select one. This one is dragging. I get it from here and drag it to another row or to another column. This one is the dragging one. This one is the selected one, and this one is the filled one. It just fills all the columns. If there is a function, it just copies the values of those functions. We press Ctrl Z and go back again. Okay, we have for shortcuts, we have Ctrl Shift arrows, which will allow us to select our data. Ctrl Shift arrow from here. When we type Ctrl Shift and right, we will select all of our columns. When we press on down, we will select all of our data till the end of our row. When we select Ctrl Shift plus up, we will select the first row. Also, we could select Shift and right by ones or column or by one row. But I will prefer to use anytime Ctrl A. It will select always all of your data. This is the most useful way. We have also for moving, we have keyboards such as page up or page down. This is the page down. It's just an easy way of moving one screen down or one screen up. We have Control Home, which takes you to the home page, or which takes you to the start of your data. Control Home, or Control End, which takes you to the end of your data. This is also very useful shortcut. Also, moving to the sheet, we could rename, relocate, add, delete, hide, unhide, protect sheet. For example, this is another sheet. We could rename it my sheet 2. We could hide it. We could unhide it by clicking on this sheet. Here's our sheet in the list. We press OK. We unhide it. We could just add or delete. Or one more useful function, we could just protect our sheet. If we have a sensitive data and want to avoid it from editing, we should protect it. We are clicking on your right mouse and protect sheet. We give a password 123, click OK. We retype our password 123 and click OK. And when you want to edit it, you are not able to edit it. Your Excel file does not allow you to edit it. We should unprotect it first. 123, click OK, and now it's editable. What more we have? Moving to the text options, we could merge the cells, We just select all the columns, go to the home tab, merge it. Want to type something, we could make it bold, italic, underline, change the background, change the color of its text. If we have a long text, we just copy it, just make it a long by giving a space, and our column is not a lot wide. We want just to wrap it. For example, this sentence is not fitted here. We just click on wrap text and become wrapped and fit it inside of our cell. And one more function called clickboard. This is the feature we usually use when we have large data. For example, we want to copy a couple of cities. We just copy it. First of all, we open a clipboard here, and second, we go to your data and copy all of your cities. And you are going to paste them here by selecting from your clipboard, like this one, this one, this one. We have a box. It copies the entire data and saves it in memory, and you could use it when you work with large data by copying different data once and paste it all without returning to data again or making a second copy. This is a very useful tool which is very handy if you work with large data. I use it a lot. Well, that's it. This is the basic terminology that you should know before getting to start Excel. In this lesson, we became familiar with the basic spreadsheets, so you already possess the necessary knowledge for using Excel. But don't worry, we will continue to learn all the functions as we go by. So wait for the coming video, subscribe to my channel, and have a good day. Bye.